Today I'm going to show you how to install a backup camera on your car. Now I'm going to be mounting my backup camera underneath this chrome trim here where the license plate is. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove this chrome trim from the car. Now underneath this trunk panel here we have this felt liner that we need to remove. It's held on by about 15 or 16 of these clips here. Use a screwdriver to twist the clip out and then I can pop it out just like that. Pry this top part off, this guy off. And now we can remove the felt liner. Now as we take a closer look underneath the trunk lid, we need to remove these two 10mm nuts over here, as well as one back over here and one on this side here. And with those nuts free I can just remove the key tumbler out of the way. And then there's this little squeeze clip here that I'm going to squeeze with the pliers. And then now I can pull off this outside trim here. So this here is the rear camera that I'm going to be using. It's from eBay. You can see this here is the camera. It's got this nut on here that helps it tighten up against the body of the car, or in my case this trim piece. It's got the input for a 12 volt power as well as an output for the RCA video. This here is the power cord that's also included. And we've also got a RCA wire that can run to the front to the head unit. It also comes with its own hole saw that's appropriately sized. And finally it's got some instructions in here and a spare toothbrush in case you need to do some cleaning. Now I'm going to be mounting my rear view camera in this location over here in between the two license plate. Of course I can't mount it in the middle because there's a keyhole over there, and you've got license plate lights over here. Now I'm just going to use this toothbrush to clean off all of this chrome bits that are in here. I'm going to make sure that this nut will fit in this spot over here without being too close to that bolt over there or this hole. So I'm just going to lay down a little bit of tape, and I'm going to place the nut where it doesn't interfere, and then I'm just going to use my brother's pencil that I stole from his geometry set and mark off the center of that there. Start drilling. That's a really nice close hole there, so I'm just going to use the provided toothbrush to clean up the burrs. So next I'm going to feed my RCA and power wires into the hole that I just drilled, and feed my camera wire all the way through. Then I'm going to thread on the nut to the wires all the way down to the camera over here. Now before we position the camera, I'm going to remove this piece of paper here, which has a sticky part for the gasket, and then I'm going to line up my camera here. You can go ahead and screw on this nut on the back here. And this is the final product. We've got the camera mounted nice and firm. It's got the compressed foam here to form a nice tight seal. We're going to go ahead and start installing this back onto the vehicle. So back on the vehicle here we have the trim piece that's going to reinstall back onto here, and this is where the backup camera is going to be. The only thing we have to do is drill a hole into the trunk to run these wires. Alright, so now with the hole drilled to the correct size, I'm going to remove my protective tape here. And then I'm going to use the provided toothbrush here to make sure that the hole is deburred. Now before I reinstall the trim piece here, I'm just going to come in with my wife's scarf that I found in the laundry here and wipe up all of the mess behind here, because there can be a lot of crud and extra wax left behind that I'm going to clean up before reinstalling that trim piece. Now it's probably a good idea to use a rubber grommet on any hole that you make in the body to prevent water intrusion and rust. Alright, next up we're going to install the chrome trim. So we're going to first thread in the wires. Tell me we need to drill this more, buddy. Come on man, I already put away my drill. And then I'm just going to continue pushing the wire through here all the way into the trunk lid. Then I've got a bit of tape on this wire here so it doesn't shave against the sharp edge here. Now's a good time to put in the grommet if you needed to. Mount this. So here we are under the trunk lid. I've got the RCA and power coming out of that hole over there that we've just drilled. I've put some goop there to seal it off. Next thing I'm going to do is replace these 10mm nuts that go across the trunk lid that hold the chrome trim on. Next it's time to wire up power to our camera. So I've got the power cord over here which plugs into the camera, and then this here will give me a positive and a negative wire that I need to attach 12 volts to in order to activate the camera. So the negative wire I'm going to wire to the ground of the vehicle. Now I found this wire under the trunk liner here that's not used, and it's got a black and white wire on it, and that's typically ground. So I'm going to be wiring this over to the ground wire over here, and the signal wire is going to be my reverse light, because I'm going to be turning on the camera only when I'm going to be going into reverse. Next up we come to the video wire. Now this is a 2-in-1 wire where it also has a trigger wire that tells the head unit to switch to reverse mode that's built in. So I'm going to plug in the video line over here, and this red wire here has to get a reverse signal, so I'm actually going to be tying that to the same power line coming from the reverse light as the camera itself. So those are going to be powered together, and then on the other side I'm going to run this to the head unit at the front of the vehicle, and this will be the trigger to the head unit to tell it to go into reverse mode. So that way I don't have to run a separate wire to the head unit. It's all integrated into one wire that I can run to the front of the vehicle. Now the reverse light on this vehicle is actually on the quarter panel tail light of the vehicle and not on the actual deck lid as in most vehicles. So what I'm going to need to do is run a new 12-volt wire along the body of the car and then up to the trunk lid to power my backup camera and the trigger wire. Now the wiring itself for the tail light is behind this access panel here, but it's a little difficult to access the wiring, so I'm going to need to remove the tail light over here. To do that, we're going to need to remove this trim piece over here, this felt liner on the side here, as well as this box at the bottom and the trunk floor. Remove the trunk floor, and then there's a 12mm bolt that I'm going to remove here. And then I can pop off this storage cubby. A couple of clips to get the trim off, one here, one over here, and one down here. So I'm just going to pull off this bottom trim piece here, pull it upward, and then I can remove this felt liner here on the left side. So here we are behind the tail light. We've got the reverse light over here, and this red wire here is the hot 12 volts that powers the reverse wire, and I'm going to follow that down to the pigtail harness where it plugs into the body over here, and I've got this nice section here where I'm going to tap into that red wire inside of the sleeve. Now it's a little bit safer to tap into the pigtail connection of the tail light itself, that way in case anything goes wrong and stuff starts burning out on this side, well, it's easy to replace this part of the harness rather than replacing the body harness itself. So I'm just going to reach inside of here and squish down on this tab and disconnect my pigtail harness. Now the location is quite convenient on the left quarter panel because I'm just going to be following the wiring up along the quarter panel to the trunk hinge here to go up to the deck lid to power my backup camera. So I'm just going to use a knife here and make an incision in that sleeve, and then I can peel that wiring back, and that reveals this red wire that I'm going to be tapping into. So I'm just going to use this blade here and slowly strip away at this wire. So with the wire stripped, I'm just going to come in with an extension wire here, and I'm going to wind that on. And now I'm going to add some solder to that connection to make it nice and solid. So with my connection point soldered, I'm just going to test it before I wind everything up. And now to make things clean, I'm just going to run the other end of my extension wire through the sleeve here, out to the other side. And then I'm going to wrap some electrical tape to secure this connection. And then I'm going to wrap the sleeve back up with electrical tape. So next up I'm going to use some zip ties and just tie down my wire along the quarter panel over to the trunk hinge over here. So the red power line is wired across the body, up the hinge and into the deck lid. And then I'm going to wire the red wire off of the trigger line for the RCA cable to the red wire that comes off of the camera, and also the red wire that I ran up the trunk lid, because this is going to be powering the camera and setting the trigger to the head unit. I'll just twist these three wires together, and now I'm going to add a little bit of solder to make that connection nice and secure. So now that my connection is nice and soldered, I'm going to be adding a little bit of electrical tape to cover that off. Now to make my ground connection for the power of my camera, I'm going to be tapping into this black and white wire here, which I've determined is the ground for the vehicle. The first thing I'm going to do is just take off some of that insulation. So next up I'm going to take the black wire from the power cord coming from the camera and connect it over here on the ground wire. Now I'm just going to take a soldering iron and put a little bit of solder on that connection to make it nice and secure. And then finally I'm going to run a little bit of electrical tape around that connection to make sure it's nice and secure. Now it's just a matter of using some zip ties to clean up my wiring and run my RCA wire down the deck lid and around the hinge. So here I've got my wiring all cleaned up. I've got zip ties running all the way down the deck lid and the hinge. I've got an extra loop of wire inside of here to allow the hinge to close properly without squeezing the wires. Power wire is run down to the reverse light, and then I've got the video wire, this black wire here, that is going to run into that grommet at the back there, and that's going to follow the wiring harness into the body of the vehicle to the head unit. The next thing I need to do is remove the seat bottom. So what I'm going to do is take a stick here, then I'm going to get my brother's sock and put it over the stick, and this is going to protect the leather from getting scratched. Then I'm going to insert this underneath the seat bottom here, and once it's inserted I'm just going to pick it up. And then now we can just pick up the rear seat and remove it from the vehicle. And then next we're going to need to remove this seat cushion here. And to do that, there is a 12mm bolt that's supposed to be here, but mine is missing. Lift this cushion up, and then I can release that. And that now reveals the hole to where the wiring harness goes to the trunk. So I'm just going to pull my video wire through. So I'm going to be running my video wire down the reel well here underneath the seat and then over to the center console towards the head unit. So the next thing I need to do is remove the center console. Pick this piece off. Let's remove the carpet out of the way. There's two 12mm bolts that remove two Phillips screws over here. I can remove the console. Now I'm going to remove this guy here. I have to move the shifter back so I can remove this guy over here. So here's my video wire underneath the back seat. I'm just going to be running that underneath the carpet here along this way to the center console area. Pull the wire through just like that. So now I'm going to continue to run my video wire underneath the center console here and snake it all the way to the front. Now I've already got a touchscreen LCD head unit installed that supports a backup camera. So I'm going to need to connect my new camera to this. First thing I'm going to do is use my brother's toothbrush here to remove this lower trim piece. And there are four 10mm bolts that I'm going to remove next. Now I'm going to remove the head unit itself here, and I'm going to disconnect the wiring that's behind. And this here is the head unit that I'm using. It's from Hispo. It's just a generic unit. It's got all the smart features, including a camera input, which is what we're looking for. We're also going to be looking for the back detection wire, which is what's going to be the trigger to the reverse. Now in my case here, the camera video input is on this dongle. And this here is the wiring harness for this radio. This plugs into the radio side. And this here plugs into the OEM Toyota harness in the dash. Here is the wire we're looking for. It's the reverse trigger wire. So we're going to need to wire that extra 12-volt line to that one to turn on the backup camera on the head unit. So I'm going to take my video input and wire it underneath the dashboard and catch it out the top here. So now I'm going to take the reverse trigger wire from the head unit harness and wire it to the red wire that comes off of the RCA harness, which is my reverse signal. Good idea to put some solder in this connection as well. And then I'm just going to put some electrical tape to isolate that connection. And now we're ready to reconnect the radio. And then I'm going to plug in the video wire into the video line over here. And then I'm going to plug in the wiring harness into the vehicle's wiring harness. Now I'm going to push all the wiring in and behind the dash. Alright, so now the head unit installed, before I close everything up, I'm going to turn the vehicle on just to test the camera. Put the ignition to the on position. Now it's going to play the radio normally, of course, but I'm going to pause that. And if you put the vehicle into reverse, you should see that immediately it moves back into a camera mode and you can see what's behind the vehicle. So we know that everything is working. It's time to clean up all the wiring and reinstall all the upholstery pieces. Next, I'm going to replace the 10mm bolts that hold the head unit in, then replace the clock vent, and then replace the HVAC panel. And then I'm going to replace this console box and the ashtray. Now we can replace the center console. Now I'm going to replace the centerpiece over the shifter. Next, we're going to replace the cushion in the rear. And I'm going to replace the back seat. I'm going to replace the left side trunk liner. And then we're going to replace the storage tray on the left side here. I'm going to replace the trunk trim. Now we're going to reinstall the deck lid cover. Finally, we're going to replace the trunk floor, trunk mat. So finally, we're going to test out the new backup camera. With the vehicle on, I'm going to shift the transmission into reverse. And you can see that it displays exactly what's going on behind you. And now when you shift out of reverse, it goes back to normal radio mode. And this is what the camera looks like when you put it in reverse at night.